On this morning. How y'all doing? My first video is going to be about Kevin Durant and Kendrick Perkins beef. And who do I side with? Well, I'm siding with Kevin Durant. Kendrick Perkins is one big old whiny crybaby. He is an overblown, wannabe, Barry White cleaned up cat who all of a sudden now is so-called analysis. How the heck is some dude going to be some basketball expert when this big old mean mug, and that's all he used to do is mean mug and scare you. His face, he be scaring you. Like, I'll give him this. He could be scary like Ben Wallace's afro when he was mean mugging, but his game wasn't Ben Wallace. His turkey averaged like 3-2 or something like that. And most mean muggingest cat you ever seen. If mean mugging was to give you GOAT status, well, Kendrick's probably top 3 or 4 ever. He's in that discussion, but that's the only discussion he was in. He's overrated and whack. And I'm going to pick on him too because I'm like, man, you can't come in no Kevin Durant. How you going to say that's the weakest move in history for him going there? Now, I'm a Miami Heat fan, and LeBron James took his share for coming to the Heat. And let's be realistic. Dwayne Wade was still a top 5 player in the world, and he had just came off leading the league in scoring, and already got robbed of an MVP that year. And Chris Bosh was a 2010 All-Star. And then a couple years later, you get Ray Allen. So you can't put the finger on Kevin Durant. I know the argument is Golden State was a 73-win team, lost in the finals and stuff, but they also KC blew a 3-1 lead against them, and then Golden State blew the lead in the finals, even though it was a suspect finals. I still say to this day that was suspect how they did Draymond Green, that whole thing. But anyway, needless to say, I had to respect Kevin Durant. He teamed up with Steph Curry, and he enhanced his game. He couldn't get it done with Russell Westbrook. What is Kendrick Perkins not getting? It wasn't going to work in OKC. Where is Russell Westbrook now? He teamed up with James Harden, who was a 6th man in OKC. And OKC, like I said, I've done videos before. That was arguably one of the best dynasty that never was in the last 10 years. That team should have had at least 3 or 4 rings. They should have had some chips. You got 3 MVPs and a Serge Ibaka who happens to get a ring in Toronto. So let's be real. All that experience and what they end up doing once they left there, and they had the MVPs collectively. 2 of them had them there, and Harden had his in Houston. That tells you that team underachieved, also with the wrong coach, wrong balance. But anyway, I don't blame Kevin Durant for clapping back on Kendrick Perkins. It's too easy to clap back on Kendrick. Because Kevin Durant is the first ballot Hall of Fame and one of the greatest players ever. And if he comes back to even 65-70% of what he is with Brooklyn, he going to win another chip or 2 before his career is done. And just only move up, scoring, etc., all around game, etc. You saw a glimpse of him in the finals, game 5 against Toronto, what might have been. Because as great as Kawhi Leonard is, when Kevin Durant's playing at his full tilt, people don't want none of that. He don't want none of that. And he is a difference maker. But let's be realistic. Durant slid in nicely with Curry just like LeBron slid in with Dwayne Wade. So what is Kendrick Perkins talking about? You got 2 of the greatest players who played alongside us, 2 of the most unselfish superstars ever, who deferred and allowed those guys to shine and rise, humbling, to get jewelry. So what is Kendrick Perkins talking about besides riding pine on teams that either made the finals? He was warming up the bench most of his career. The heck he gonna sit there and part his lips to say that mess about Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant had every right to make his choice, and so far Kevin Durant seems to be doing what he's doing. Now we're gonna see how the Brooklyn thing turns out. I don't know. I know what Draymond said laid him out, and I get that because Draymond should be held. Draymond Green was the last person to say anything negative about something, considering, leaving rings on the table. However, Kevin Durant knows what he's doing, and Kendrick Perkins need to chill out with that. He need to ease way back, dial it way back. It's things you can speak on, but you can't talk about Kevin Durant's decision, and it ain't hardly the weakest move in history. Not hardly. He went where he could win. And at the end of the day, that was the thing that was missing from his resume. He got a couple chips, and he got in LeBron's grill both times at LeBron's crib. So don't act like he didn't come and set forth and conquer and dominate. All right, that's my thoughts and takes about Kevin Durant and the Kendrick Perkins beef on Twitter. And I'm siding with KD. Give me your thoughts, your takes, hit your like, hit that subscribe. Who you rolling with out this so-called argument? It ain't even close for me. KD got this one. Peace.